Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
Oh. What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hey guys, welcome to the movie quiz. It is Wednesday night at 9:30. It's a late show tonight. I appreciate you coming in. Tonight is game 2 of the final mini season of season 13. A couple of just little things before we get started, so I'll post about this too. Tonight is the only 9:30 show that's going to happen. It was just a little weird scheduling fluke. Next week is at 9. Next week at 9, and then the finale, the championship finale. I'm writing this as I say it. Championship finale 10-1. So it'll be in next week. There's a show, the last of the mini seasons, the last of the regular season of season 13 after this long epic season. And then in 2 weeks after that will be the big finale, 150th episode, 5th anniversary, season 13 championship, all this exciting stuff. And both of those games will be at the regular the regular 9 p.m. time slot. All right. So yeah, we got a small crowd, but that's okay. It means you'll move up in the standings. So let's do it. Let's jump in to let's open the in-game mode. Let's put let's open our portal here and kick it off with our first. Wait, I don't want that anymore. Now I want this. Yeah, it is Trivia After Dark. It's very, very dark now. All right, hang on, wait. There we go. Okay, so we're kicking it off with the Choose Wisely round. This one, so tonight's game is all inspired. It's called Cancel Chris, and it is all inspired by stuff that I mess up, the things that I mess up. And one of the things I often do is I forget to tally your scores. There's a lot of things that I forget, but tonight we're going to talk about characters that are more forgetful than I am. All right, it's a Choose Wisely round. It's all multiple choice. Let's kick it off with question number 1. Thanks to an adamantium bullet to the head, X-Man Wolverine can't remember much about his life, including the fact that he's from what Canadian province? Maybe he could jog his memory by watching the Oilers or the Flames. Is he from Saskatchewan, Alberta, British Columbia, or Manitoba? Where is Wolverine from? He's from the same province as those two teams. That's your clue. That's your clue. So yeah, I just hosted an entire game in person. If any of you are in the North Jersey area, in Jersey City, we do it now every other Wednesday night, which is why it fell on this week. It was monthly over the summer. Now it's every other week for the fall. All right. So he of the adamantium claws is from Alberta, which is where the fucking helicopter, like right outside my window. That is where Edmonton and Calgary are. That was your clue there. All right. Question number 2. In the Bourne Ultimatum, we find out that the amnesiac CIA assassin's real name is what? Is his real name Brian Woodman, Edward Wilson, Mark Watney, or David Webb? What is Jason Bourne's real name? These are all Matt Damon characters. But which one is Bourne? All right. So we find out, I don't know if there's more about that in the 4th one. I've never seen Jason Bourne, the most boringly titled. But I guess he's still calling himself Jason Bourne and not David Webb. David Webb is his real name. Mark Watney is the Martian. The others are from Syriana, and I forget. Oh, the Good Shepherd is the other one. I tried to pick spy movies. All right, the second ever screenplay credit for which Star Wars writer director of the Disney era was Regarding Henry, the 1991 Harrison Ford drama about a lawyer relearning his way around life after getting shot in the head. Was that the work of J.J. Abrams, Ryan Johnson, Ron Howard, or Gareth Edwards? All right, Regarding Henry, kind of a saccharine, like 90s movie. It is the very first screenplay credit, or second ever, excuse me. It's something else in his. I thought it was his first, but then I looked up, it was his second. It's J.J. Abrams first. And also got Harrison Ford in there. I squeezed Harrison Ford in there. There he is. I made it happen. All right, question number 4. All of these actors have played a character who's unable to manufacture short-term memories, except for who? Guy Pearce, Drew Barrymore, Gina Davis, Ellen DeGeneres. All of them have played characters who are unable to manufacture short-term memories, except for whom? All righty, time is up. All right, so you got Guy Pearce, obviously, is in Memento, Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates, and Ellen DeGeneres was Dory twice, leaving Gina Davis. She played an amnesiac in The Long Kiss Goodnight, but I think she was like a long-term one. All right, question number 5. After growing up and forgetting all about his adventures in Neverland, Robin Williams's adult Peter Pan goes by what last name in Steven Spielberg's Hook? Does he go by Pangborn, Banning, Tanner, or Mann? I don't think there'll be decimals tonight, but don't count me out. Don't never count it out. Yeah, Jason Bourne again. I was actually thinking that. And yes, cancel me. We got to do this before I start the timer. The whole show is this. So make it happen. All right. So in Hook, what is the name that he goes by as an adult? I'm endeared that half the teams thought that it was my name, but that was just me being self-serving. I thought it was actually a pretty good red herring. But no, it's not Mann, it's Banning. Peter Pangborn. Pangborn is it's a Stephen King. It's from Needful Things. Pangborn and other stuff too. All right, question number 6. Named after a word meaning an unfilled space or gap, what company erases Joel and Clementine's memories of each other in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? Is that Abyss, Chasm, Void, or Lacuna? What is that company that erases Joel and Clementine's memories? All right, so they erase Joel and Clementine's. They are also erased, or it turns out that some of them have had their own memories erased. The company is Lacuna. Lacuna is, all these words have similar meanings, but Lacuna is the one in the film. All right, 2 questions left in the round. Question number 7. Which member of the wolf pack spikes everyone's drinks, leading to a wild night and complete blackout in The Hangover? Is that Alan, Stu, Doug, or Phil? Who is it that spikes everyone's drinks, leading to the forgetful mayhem? Whoa. Watch out there. All right. Everybody either fell into the Alan or Stu camp. 4 for Alan, 3 for Stu. But it is Galifianakis. It's Alan. Alan was the one who roofied everyone, actually. All right. And your final question of round number 1. Arnold Schwarzenegger's action classic Total Recall is a fairly loose adaptation of the short story We Can Remember It For You Wholesale by what sci-fi author? Is that short story by Arthur C. Clarke, Philip K. Dick, Ray Bradbury, or Isaac Asimov? Remember what was it? I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that was weird. This is what happens when I host twice in a row. My brain fries out. I was going to say something. I can't fucking remember at all. Oh, the 2012 Total Recall. Do you remember that? Did anyone see that with Colin Farrell? I don't think I ever watched it. It seems so stupid. That was when they were remaking all the late 80s, early 90s sci-fi stuff. So this guy had a bunch of his movies adapted, or a bunch of his work adapted into movies. Blade Runner, A Scanner Darkly. It's Philip K. Dick. Philip K. Dick is your answer. All right. So let's see. You know what? Because it's a late game, let's skip scores tonight. You can read them. I'll do it in a little bit. I'll do it at halftime, but let's keep it chugging so I don't keep you up all night. Let's go into our picture round. It's oddly numbered movies. So I don't think there are any actual decimals in this round unless I fucked it up. That's definitely on the table when I'm involved. But this one is just about movies with fractions or weird numbers in the title. All right. So there are, hang on. I'm right here under Burt Reynolds. There's 8 of these here. So name the movies that have fractions. One of them is not a fraction per se. Most of them are fractions. One of them looks like a fraction, but is not. But I included it because there's surprisingly few movies with fractions in their titles. You got 4 minutes to name these. And yes, there are 2. 2 of these movies are in the same. Good luck, everybody. Oh, and let me say this, because this round is about the fractions, I'm going to be a stickler for what the fractions actually are. Okay, so you got to actually get the correct numerator and denominator for them. Okay, so get you don't just give me the fraction, but you got to get the fraction right. All right. Let's see. You got 3 minutes almost. Good luck. 2 minutes left, just about halfway through your time. One minute left. 1 minute left in your picture round. All right, everyone, we're coming up on the timer here. It's going to be time to start that timer just about now. So if you have not submitted or you want to change anything, now's the time to do it. All right, that is time in your picture round. You had movies with fractions in the title, or numbers that look like fractions, similar enough to fractions. Hey, stop playing your music. All right, so number one was harder than I thought it would be. This is the Italian film 8.5. I haven't forgotten to give you your scores yet. I that's why it happens, is because I want dramatic effect. So you open it up, but then I fucking move on and I forget because I have ADHD. All right, your second one is the second Naked Gun film, and it's Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear. The third one is Naked Gun 33 and a third. Naked Gun 33 and a third is the fraction. The fourth one is Lion King 1.5. The fifth one is 9.5 Weeks with Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger. Number 6 is the one that's not really a fraction. It's 50-50. Number 7, a movie I saw in the theaters as a child, maybe more than once because I was odd. Cop and a Half. Cop and a Half is the movie. And the last one, nobody got this. I wasn't expecting anybody to get this. It's a Richard Linklater film from, I think it's done in the same style as like Waking Life and Scanner Darkly. It's called Apollo 10.5, A Space Age Childhood. So I don't know if it's any good, but it has a fraction in it, and that's worth something. All right, let's do the lightning round. Let's keep clipping along into the lightning round. Your lightning round tonight is all about Well, I don't want to be that big. There we are. It's about cancelable protagonists. Cancelable protagonists. Tonight we're talking all about canceling me. I am the protagonist of my own story. So these are characters we're supposed to be rooting for who do something shitty. All right, so here I'm just gonna name. You're gonna name the characters here. Let me get out of here because this is a lot of text here. All right, so name the protagonist characters who did the following crappy things. 1, used money for pipe tobacco when his family was starving. Also sat in bed for 20 years, despite apparently being able-bodied enough to work. Number 2, also screwed their family out of potential payday by holding on to priceless jewel for 6+ decades, makes treasure hunter listening to long-ass story before dropping said jewel into the ocean. Number 3, circumvents a court-mandated custody order by deceiving ex-wife and children, implicates makeup artist brother in his scheme. And number 4, steals shoes from a corpse, gives said shoes to a child, putting the girl in the crosshairs of a vengeful sorceress. All right, so those are your 4 protagonists who have done not so great things. Name those 4 characters, please. I will give you, let's do 90 seconds for this one. Once again, name not the film, but the characters. Okay, so there you go. Best of luck. Oh, this music's funky. Usually the songs that I play are ones that I've written. This is one that StreamYard provides. It's funky as hell. I like it. It's called Daydreaming. All right, Daydreamers, it's time to start the 15-second timer. So where is it? Where's my timer? There it is. 15 seconds on the clock starts now. Don't forget to hit submit. All right, time is up on this one. So you had, pardon me, these 4 characters who they're heroes in the story, but they also do not the best. They do these things which are not great. I think this was fun, but it's pretty easy. So dude stayed in bed, used money for pipe tobacco. That's Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You got Rose, who could have fed her family for years with the heart of the ocean, but she just held on to it and then wasted Bill Paxton's time, chucked the fucking thing into the water. You got Mrs. Doubtfire, Daniel Hillard, and you got Glinda the Good Witch. All right, so let's see. Let's do the halftime double time before we let's read off some. This is still happening. The portal is out of control here. And this is happening. All right, let's read off the scores while you decide if you want to double your points for tonight. We've got Fantastic 2 with 5, Sleepy Stallone and Stroke of Genius both with 6, Sterling Cooper, Roland Deli Betts with 13, Marley's Chains with 14, Helsinki Syndrome with 16, and Ava Zimbobo leading the way with 17. All right, so let's see. There's only a small handful of teams tonight, just to be understood, with a late game. Couple teams going for the double tonight. Nice. So that could benefit you if you came to play tonight. Also, I appreciate it. I know I said it before, but I do very much appreciate everyone sticking around to play. All right, so let's move on to the puzzle round. So one of the things that I always do in the puzzle round is make it too complicated. I make things way too complicated, or so I've been told. And so this round is all about plans in films that are themselves too complicated. So I'm going to show you a to-do list of someone in a film. It could be a hero. It's mostly villains. There's a couple heroes on here too. And you tell me the movie who has this complicated plan. Okay, so you should see it here. All right, so the to-do list for this plan is bury weapons of conquest under Earth's surface, wait thousands of years. The next step that is unchecked is study microbiology to make sure a planet is habitable, and the last step is attack. So what movie is that would have this? Some of these, there's even more steps that I've left off. So what is this movie? Bury weapons of conquest under Earth's surface. Wait thousands of years. Study microbiology to make sure the planet's habitable, but I forgot to do that one. And attack. This one makes no sense. Yes, this one. Okay, this was in reference to making it too confusing. These were these are these, is this like the pantheon of cancelable? Those are like the big three. Those are the big three of the worst. Not the worst. I haven't done some of that. I want to do the not zip codes, postal abbreviations. Again, that one was fun. And I haven't done a Roman numeral in forever. Maybe I'll subject you guys to one of those for the finale. All right. So this is the plan in War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds. They bury the things and then they just wait for why? So that we can fight. It makes no sense. And it probably makes even less sense in the Ice Cube version. All right. Question number 2. Your second to-do list includes buy a book of riddles, leave bombs around New York City, taunt the guy who killed your brother, blow up a subway car, call in a fake bomb threat to a school, steal a bunch of gold, and the last item, which is unchecked, make sure the guy who killed your brother is dead himself. What movie is that? Buy a book of riddles, leave bomb around New York City, taunt the guy who killed your brother, blow up a subway car, call in a fake bomb threat to a school, steal a bunch of gold, but then at the end, make sure the guy who killed your brother is dead. Whoopsie. Alrighty, so time is up for this. Ruined it pretty solidly on this one. This, of course, is the plan of Simon Peter Group. Even his name is complicated. He has too many names. It's Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance. That is Simon's plan. All right, your third to... here it comes. Call old classmate who developed a fear of heights. Have him follow around a woman pretending to be your wife. Hope they fall in love. Have her go to the top of a bell tower knowing that he won't follow. And finally, throw your actual wife off the tower. What movie? Who had that plan in a movie? In what movie did someone have that plan? Call old classmate who developed a fear of heights. Have him follow around a woman pretending to be your wife. Hope that they fall in love. Have her go to the top of a bell tower knowing that he won't follow. Throw your actual wife off the tower. Just catching up on the chat. Best movie of... I love Die Hard 3. I'm assuming you're talking... because none of these... There's no Vertigo franchise yet. I'm sure there will be one. I just gave away the answer, but I think time was up anyway. It's Vertigo. Vertigo is your answer. Why is this thing still ticking? Vertigo is the movie. What is a very complicated, incredibly complicated plan that works though. It actually works. All right, question number 4, your fourth to-do list. This is a rescue plan. A rescue plan. Have your one friend get a job as a guard at a gangster's palace. That next, give your robots to that gangster. Next, send your sister into the palace in disguise, pretending to have captured your bipedal dog friend. Next, everyone gets caught and make sure you almost get eaten. Next, throw a bunch of aliens into a pit. And finally, leave. That's your rescue plan. What movie is that? Have your one friend get a job as a guard at a gangster's palace. Give your robots to that gangster. Send your sister into the palace in disguise. Having to pretend to capture your bipedal dog friend. Yeah, this one I couldn't. There was only so much. There's more to this. This one there, as someone mentioned in their answer, there is more stuff, more stupid shit. It's so convoluted. It's so incredibly convoluted. All right, so and it work again. It works. These plans for the most part, except for War of the Worlds and Die Hard. It didn't work out for Simon, but it worked for Luke Skywalker. He has Lando he's like a guard at Jabba's palace, and then they just gives C-3PO away. Then they blow up a bunch of aliens. They wreck Jabba's fucking little pleasure cruiser there, and they throw Boba Fett into the pit, the Sarlacc pit. All right, your 5th to-do list: lay explosive concrete. Check. Trap every cop underground somehow. Check. Blow up bridges. Check. Stage a fake financial revolution. Then wait. And finally, nuke the city. This one should be like nuke the city is kind of like a half check mark because it sort of happens, but not really. You just name the movie. You don't have to name whose plan it was. You can just name the movie. If you name the character whose plan it was, that's fine. So yeah, this is the plan of 1 or 2 people. I don't know who contributed to what part of the plan, but it is Bane and Talia al Ghul. It's their plan from The Dark Knight Rises, and it almost works. They don't really nuke the city. The nuke does go off, but it's like out. But I'm sure there's people who are getting radiation poisoning because it's not that far away. All right, we got 3 more to-do lists. This one's a big one. This one's long. This one's very complicated. All right, how to be author of Adoptive Brothers Pain. Step 1, establish clandestine evil organization. Step 2, establish second clandestine evil organization under the first one. Next, blackmail brother's love interest into betraying him, making him super sad. Next, involve him in a plot about water in South America or something. Next, hire a guy who seems to have his own revenge motives to kill the brother's boss. And finally, reveal true identity before lobotomizing your adopted brother with a laser. That also check, kind of check. That one does most of the way for that one. This one is this was too much. This one was not the best movie of the franchise. No, hardly. Yeah, this is way too much. Especially because it's like because it was retconned too. I hate world shrinking retcons like Ray Palpatine, which is Blofeld being in charge of like every single thing that happened. Like Silva in Skyfall, he has his own. He's like he wants to kill M, but now suddenly he worked for Spectre. That made no sense. And then Quantum was actually part of Spectre. Big mess. All right, we got 2 more. Here comes number 7. Your to-do list is get a job working for a local mobster. Then over the next 10 years, 1, graduate college with honors. Next, join the Massachusetts State Police Academy. Next, rise through the ranks to detective. Next, cover tracks while doling out info to mob boss. What movie has that plan as part of it? Everyone's doing very solidly here. Nice work. I like this one. This is a fun one. It's not a puzzle per se, but It's playful. Alrighty, so this movie, maybe Massachusetts gave it away. This movie is The Departed. The Departed is your answer here. All right, nicely done. Most teams got that one right. And our final to-do list. It's another long one, another very complicated one. It's a to-do list for tearing a super team apart. The first idea is upload tape of shocking assassination of heroes' parents to YouTube, but no, don't do that. Instead, decrypt secret files, travel the globe to find book of activation codes for ex-brainwashed Soviet super soldier. Next, bomb United Nations meeting to frame that super soldier. Next, infiltrate CIA prison as psychiatrist to free that super soldier. Next, travel to Siberia to finally let heroes know about the shocking assassination. So this one, okay, I will say be specific. You have to get the correct installment. Get the correct installment of this one to get the point. I'll give you a second to think on that. Make sure that you get the correct installment, the correct sequel that this is part of. Stickler. I'm being a stickler time. It's stickler time for this one. Alrighty. So the reason I'm being a stickler for this is because a lot of teams went with a character who's a title character in a previous installment who is part of this plan. And that's the Winter Soldier. But this is not Captain America the Winter Soldier. This is the next Captain America movie, Civil War. This is Baron Zemo, or he's not. Is he Baron in the movie? I don't even know. But it's Zemo's plan, which is fucking so much. Just give everybody the tape with the Bucky killing Stark's parents on it. Just do that. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. We'll skip the scores and hopefully end at a decent time. Let's roll into our double points round. Standard double points, multiple choice, 3 options. One of them's wrong. Each correct one's worth 2, worth 1 apiece for a total of 2. Excuse me. So the way this round is called, oh wait, I have an explainer. I have an explainer here. This round is all about Hollywood lore. It's called Apocrypha Now. So I do my best to do my research, vet it, and get it right. But sometimes I get things wrong. So like I remember there was one where I had a question about which movie had Meryl Streep, and the answer I provided was a movie that she is not in. So that one, see, it sticks with me. But this one is all about Hollywood lore that's often repeated, but in fact is untrue. So I'm going to give you 3 Hollywood facts that are often repeated, but you pick the 2 that are false, the ones that are not real. So the one incorrect answer will be the only story that is actually entirely true. All right. So yes, the previous round was about overcomplication, and this one is the one that will be overcomplicated, I promise. But it's pretty simple. So just pick the 2 that are not true. You may have heard some of these stories, but 2 of them will not have happened. Oh, I put that on the screen. Look at that. There you go. Pick the 2 movie tidbits that are actually false. All right. So here is your first. Let me shrink myself here. Here's your first one. Wait, what? There. Okay. Though they're often cited as improvised, which 2 moments were actually planned? An extra hitting John Malkovich in the head with a can and being John Malkovich, Heath Ledger's reaction to the hospital bombing in the Dark Knight, and Joe Pesci's funny how scene in Goodfellas. So 2 of these are fake. People say that they happened, but they were not. One of them actually was improvised or largely improvised. Don't pick that one. Pick the 2 where people are incorrect if they tell you that these moments were improvised. All right. So the one true improvised scene in this, or sometimes it happens, they do the scene and then they do it again after the improvisation, but it was not planned initially, is Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci is the real one. So Malkovich and Heath Ledger, those were planned. Those were not improvised, despite what you might hear. All right, your next one. Which two of the following alternate endings are cinematic examples of the Mandela effect and were never actually filmed? You might hear about these. They were rumored, but they were never actually filmed. Derek shaves his head, returning to his racist past after his brother is killed in American History X. Josh's adult girlfriend also turns into a teenager in Big. And Dante is shot to death during a holdup in Clerks. So 3 alternate endings that you may have heard of, but which 2 were never actually filmed? One of them was filmed. The other 2 were not. Pick the 2 that were not. All right. So the one that was actually shot is Dante being killed at the end of Clerks. So wait, I didn't. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the reveals. So the reveals are going to be. So Derek shaving his head and Josh's adult girlfriend are the ones that were never actually made. They were some of them were in the original script, or they're just a rumor, but they were never actually shot. All right, number 3. Which 2 fabled methods of getting believable performances out of actors have seeds of truth but have been exaggerated? William Friedkin repeatedly fired guns on set to get genuinely scared reactions in The Exorcist. The T-Rex wasn't supposed to smash the roof of the car, eliciting real screams from the kids in Jurassic Park. Robert Shaw was drunk during the take of the USS Indianapolis monologue that we see in Jaws. Which 2 of those there might have been a little truth, but they're exaggerated. One of them is, by all accounts, straight up true. Multiple sources confirmed. All right. So the one of these that is true is that William Friedkin would shoot a gun on the set of The Exorcist. Robert Shaw was, they try to take where he was actually drunk and it was really bad. So they tried it again, and it's just apocryphal, not true, that the T-Rex was not supposed to crash through the roof. That was always part of it. All right, question number 4. Which 2 of these oft-repeated lines of dialogue are actually misquotes? This is how people say them, but they're saying them wrong. Luke, I am your father. Forget it, Jake, it's Chinatown. Play it again, Sam. Which 2 of these quotes? This is the way people say them, but they're saying them wrong. All righty, time is up for this one. Nobody fell into the trap on this one because these are pretty famously misquoted lines. Luke, I am your father. It's no, I am your father, and play it, Sam. Play as time goes by. It's not play it again, Sam. All right, we're halfway through this round. 4 more to go. Question number 5. Only one of these movie milestones is a true first, Pick the two that are not, even though they're cited as being the first by some. It's untrue. Snow White was the first feature-length animated film. Blazing Saddles had the first audible fart in movie history. And last but not least, your option is The Sound of Music was the first film to gross $100 million. Which two of these are actually not true? They are inaccurate. All right. So Snow White it's often cited as the first feature-length animated film. It is not. There was what was the name of the movie? I'm blanking on it now. But the one that is true, and therefore the incorrect answer, is that Sound of Music. Sound of Music was the first movie ever to gross $100 million. Because it was around forever, and it made just an absolute, that's unadjusted for inflation. It just made an absolute ton of money. All right, question number 6. Which two of these bits of alternative casting weren't as close to happening as some people think and never went past the rumor phase? Chris Farley as Shrek, Ronald Reagan as Rick in Casablanca, and more Robin Williams as the Riddler in Batman Forever. Which two of these never really got past being a rumor? In fact, one of them was, I have to read further into it, but it's interesting. It was like a rumor intentionally propagated by a rival studio. All right. So one of these, the incorrect one that actually did happen, and this actor did a lot of the movie before they had to recast it, was Chris Farley. Chris Farley was Shrek. They had started the film and then he died, and they had to bring in Mike Myers to basically redo the whole movie. All right, 2 more questions. Question number 7. Which two of these factoids about movie killers are not true? They are apocryphal. Anthony Hopkins' Hannibal Lecter never blinks in The Silence of the Lambs. Christian Bale based Patrick Bateman on an interview he saw with Tom Cruise. That's American Psycho. And James Cameron almost cast O.J. Simpson as the Terminator, but didn't think he'd be believable as a killer. These are all stories that maybe you've heard. One of them is true. Which two are not? So this round is tougher than I thought, but hopefully I think it's kind of fun. There's some interesting facts in here. So one of these I've heard a million times, but the person involved has directly denied it, that it was nothing but a story that got made up. The one of these that is true is that Christian Bale based his version of Patrick Bateman on Tom Cruise on an interview he saw on TV. The OJ thing, James Cameron says, is untrue, but I've heard that one a million times, but apparently never happened. All right, and your final question of this round. Only one of these accident-related shots are in their respective films. Which two are just urban legends? Brandon Lee's fatal shooting in The Crow, Viggo Mortensen breaking 2 toes, kicking an orc helmet in The Two Towers, and Leonardo DiCaprio smearing real blood on Kerry Washington's face after cutting his hand in Django Unchained. So all of these, there were real accidents in all of these, but only one of them was actually in the movie, despite rumors about the other ones. I'm I'm really sorry to tell you that Shrek died. He died. They brought him back though, and that's when he got his job at Bonobos. If you remember TMQ lore, he worked at Bonobos for a while. All right, so the one of these shots that it did make it into the movie or is real is I forgot that I didn't make the reveal slides. It's Viggo Mortensen. So Brandon Lee shooting, of course, they didn't use that take in the movie, even though that became a rumor. And DiCaprio did actually bust up his hand in a that was an accidental thing caught on film that is in the film. He sliced his hand. But then they kept that and then reshot, like actually set it up so that he smears fake blood on Kerry Washington in a later scene. All right, so let's check out our scores here before we do the post-credits blitz. We've got, let's see, Stroke of Genius with 10, Sleepy Stallone with 13, Fantastic 2 with 15, Sterling Cooper with 27, Avis and Bobo 29, Marley's Chains with 32, and the Helsinki Syndrome with 33. All right, so it's time for the post-credits blitz. 3 pairs of questions worth 1 point or 2, depending on which one you want to answer, the harder one or the easier one. Here comes your first pair of questions. Number 1, name the liquid that is falsely rumored to have been used to douse Gene Kelly in Singing in the Rain, as it shows up better than water on film, or at least that's what the rumor is. Or for 2 points, name the studio whose iconic introduction logo was incorrectly attributed to being filmed by Alfred Hitchcock, thanks to a production photo from North by Northwest. So the first one, if you want to answer the 1-pointer, name the liquid that they said the rumor is they used in Singing in the Rain and instead of water, or name the studio that there was a rumor that Hitchcock shot this famous intro. All right, so this is kind of interesting. A lot of people went for the 2-pointer, but they a lot of you had the same thought, but it was an incorrect thought. So the first one, it's milk. They did not use milk in Singing in the Rain. That was BS. And the other one, there was a production photo from North by Northwest with Alfred Hitchcock standing with a lion, leading people to believe that he made the MGM. That people thought he made the MGM lion roaring, not Paramount, but MGM. All right, your second set of questions. Who plays Dean Prophet, the super cancelable protagonist of 1987's Overboard, who tricks a rich woman with amnesia into believing she's his wife? Or for 2 points, who plays Kate Sullivan, the super cancelable protagonist of the 2018 remake of Overboard, who tricks a rich man with amnesia into believing he's her husband? So who is the super cancelable lead in Overboard 1987? Who's the super cancelable lead in Overboard 2018? Like, wild that this was remade. And wilder that a lot of people are getting it. You're getting it right. Nice. All right, so time is up on this one. Overboard, of course, starred Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, and the 2018 version stars some guy, I don't know who it was, and Anna Faris. Anna Faris is the Dean Prophet stand-in. All right, and our final pair of questions. What is the fractionally numbered platform where Harry Potter and other students catch the train to Hogwarts? Or for 2 points, what is the fractionally numbered floor where the portal to the titular actor's head in Being John, where the portal to the titular actor's head is? There's a miss. See, look at this. I can't even get through my cancel game without making a mistake. Where is that? Where is that in Being John Malkovich? We talked about fractions. We talked about Malkovich. So what is that platform in Harry Potter? What is that floor in Being John Malkovich? A lot of teams getting the Harry Potter one. A couple teams getting the Malkovich one. Right. So what we're looking for here, of course, is platform 9 3/4. Also, yeah, you can I'll cancel myself for I think Harry Potter gets me canceled too. That's fair, right? But that's 9 3/4, and the floor in the Merton Flemmer building is the 7.5 floor. The 7.5 floor is the floor in Malkovich. All right, so that's the end of the game. Thank you so much for sticking around and playing tonight. Let's see what our final scores were. Sleepy Stallone and Stroke of Genius with 13. Fantastic 2 with 17. Sterling Cooper with 31. Avis and Bobo 33. Marley's Chains 34. And your winners with 37 is the Helsinki Syndrome. So excellent game, everybody. Thank you for sticking around late on a Wednesday. I won't keep you so late. Next week, we'll be starting at 9, and that will be the end of this mini season. And we'll come back on October 1st for the big, gigantic hoopla of the finale, 150th episode, and what anniversary game. All right, so I will see you in 1 week, everybody. Go get some sleep. I know I need to. I'll see you then. McClunky.